to another episode. My name is Bertrand. I'm your friend. Confidence and clarity is the goal for my channel, especially when you get out of a relationship, because you're going to be trying to figure out what's going on. What happened? Like, what did I do? Baby, come on. No, baby. We got to do this. We said we was going to do this to the end, baby, to the end. Now, confidence is key in helping you accept what happened and actually move on. Now, today is a reaction video, and this one comes from an older woman who decided to put herself on blast, right? She went on a date with a guy and said the cheesecake was not good enough for her. Now, before we see this clip, I gotta ask you guys, is this business or romance? Even though it seems kind of obvious. But what I really want us to focus on is the categories of women, because when you put the wrong woman in the right category, it's a disaster. It's a recipe for disaster. Also, something you guys have to pay attention to as well is the ways that men play this game. You have Mr. Wallet, Mr. Bedroom, the homie, aka Mr. Friend, or Mr. Fix It. Now, let's go ahead. Let's check her out.
Let me just get the door for you.
Okay. He got me at the Cheesecake Factory, y'all. I ain't gonna have this call. Yes.
Would you want me to open the door for you?
Okay.
Are you recording me?
Yeah. Yeah. This is the Cheesecake Factory. This is the Cheesecake Factory, y'all.
What's the problem with that?
This is a chain restaurant. Who takes someone that looks like this to a chain restaurant?
Want to talk about it? I'm fine talking about it, even in front of them.
Oh, yeah, I want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Come on, get up on in the car. Yeah. Oh, okay.
So,
yes, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
so you expect a man to go all out on the first date. Is that right?
I mean, you're supposed to. Look at me. When you take out a beautiful woman and you're courting her, because I get courted. So you're courting her, right?
Courted.
You're supposed to take care of her. You're supposed to cover her. You're supposed to protect her, cherish her, treat her well, right?
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to do.
I agree.
No,
I
that's
went into this
what
date as I expect, with the expectations for myself. To keep you safe, you know, to respect you, to pay for your food, of course, pick you up, of course, and just treat you like a gentleman, which I believe I have done.
I mean, you've been pretty
And then-
nice, but I mean,
and then-
Cheesecake Factory.
I, on the other hand, have certain expectations for a girl I go out with on the first date.
Cool.
I expect her to be respectful too. I expect her to be cooperative, and at least, you know,
What did I do that wasn't cooperative?
well, I mean, like, even like when we were walking to the car, you wouldn't put your hand around my arm or anything like that, or hold my hands or anything like
I mean, it's too early for that. Okay.
that. I can respect that. When I got to your apartment to pick you up, you didn't want to invite me in. I can respect that too. We're not
Again,
we're
I
not
don't
there.
know yet.
Okay, and then, but
I mean, I feel like I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do as a woman.
but
I got myself
there's
opened
nothing
up.
wrong with the Cheesecake Factory, right?
Yes, there's a lot wrong with the Cheesecake Factory.
Okay, well, look at
I mean-
my plan where we were gonna go originally.
See, now that's where we should have went. All right, right there.
Right.
See,
Oh,
no.
what do you mean no?
See, I specifically told you both yesterday and this morning that I'd come to pick you up at 4 a.m. At 4 p.m. Right? And I got to your place at 4 p.m. You didn't even come downstairs for another hour, and so I was waiting downstairs
I
for an hour.
understand, but I wasn't expecting for work to take me so long. I got home a little late, and like I said, I don't know you well enough to invite you up into my apartment, and that is not possible.
And that's why I'm saying, I'm thinking, okay, if we're not there in the relationship to meet at your apartment, then maybe we're not ready in a relationship for such a nice fancy restaurant as Aria, especially if I'm paying for the whole thing, which I'm still willing to do. I would have been, but if we're late, I mean, I told you twice.
It wasn't that late.
We literally left
Unlock
our
the
place
door.
at the time the reservation was supposed to be. And I specifically said 4 because maybe we could get there early and you can have some time.
You don't even have to explain
while we're
yourself.
there,
You don't.
while we're in the parking lot.
I mean,
I'm waiting for a reservation.
we can still get to know each other. Isn't there another restaurant you can call? Look at me. I cannot go in Cheesecake Factory.
There's nothing.
I will die.
She's so funny.
That's embarrassing.
Listen, as I said,
Oh my God. I know what you guys are thinking, right? What a gentleman.
Look at me. I cannot go in Cheesecake Factory.
there's nothing.
I will die.
She's so
Like, this guy was chivalrous. I mean, he was just such a gentleman all the way from the start to the end. Like, he didn't get out of his masculine frame or anything. He really was a gentleman. That sassy, like, diva behavior, that works for younger women. That works for women that whose profession has to do with swinging on a pole or being in a club with very little clothes on. Like, that's what this woman sounds like to me, but she doesn't look like that.
Who takes someone that looks like this to a chain restaurant?
Right? So she has the wrong personality for what she actually looks like. Now, I'm going to have to say this. Is she too good for the Cheesecake Factory? Absolutely not. Right? In fact, I don't know if Cheesecake Factory, I think the Cheesecake Factory might have been too much for her. Right? Because I'm just thinking, like, what does she think she actually looks like? That's what I'm curious about, because when it comes to a wife is the woman that you want to build a life with, you want to have children with. Does this woman look like she's going to be having children? I don't think so. When it comes to a companion is a woman that's going to be there no matter what. Does she look like she's going to be there through it all? I don't think so. Now, when it comes to fun girl or gold digger, well, I'm going to lean more towards the side of fun girl, because a gold digger has more designer things, and I didn't really see any designer in anything she had, from her nails to her lipstick, right? And this isn't me trying to put her down. This is just me, informing you guys of what a potential fun girl actually looks like. Now, let's get right on into it. This woman thought she found a sucker, and she actually did, right? Because I don't think that she's looking to have children anytime soon. Actually, I don't think she's looking to have children, period. She looks like she's aged out of that. Now, the reason why this sucks for a woman like her is because this was her opportunity and she squandered it. He looks like Mr. Wallet, but he handled himself with such confidence that I said, man, this is how you get back at a woman, especially a older woman who is trying to embarrass you. The nerve. Realistically, Denny's or Applebee's probably would have been a better choice, because what women are forgetting is that dating is about getting to know the person, right? Not getting to know how much money they have. Next is, I could not believe that this woman was performing for an audience. Like, who does she think she is? Like,
What do you mean no? See, I specifically told you both yesterday and this morning that I'd come to pick you up at 4 a.m.
She kept saying a woman that looks like this. Well, the most important thing, her biggest asset was her baby feeders, right? Like, that was her best asset. Outside of that, she just looked like an older woman. And it's nothing wrong with an older woman, but she's just overvaluing herself. And it sucks because this guy was chivalrous. This guy was a gentleman. This guy would have probably given her whatever she wanted, right? But he expected a traditional woman, and she didn't give him those traditional traits. See, with a guy like this, it doesn't seem like he's going to be in too much drama, which means his protection and provision is going to be completely different, because it doesn't seem like he's going to put himself in dangerous situations. See, most women today, they want the hood guys, right? Now, when you're in the hood, there's a lot of different things that you have to worry about, dangerous things that you have to worry about, like, where they from, why they around here, what they doing over there, okay, what kind of colors he got on, right? Or why is he looking at me like that, right? Now, when you're with this type of guy, you're going to be in a completely different setting where you don't have a lot of those different types of stresses. So she fucked up. I don't have a problem with women believing that they're beautiful, right? Because they should think that. But they also have to know, or this woman has to know, men, we have eyes. We can see. When she's talking about what she looks like, we don't see that. Like, we see exactly what she looks like, and that is a older, overweight. I'm sorry, she isn't overweight, but like, let's just say it this way. We all know what gorgeous looks like because all the women go and buy the same kit. They go and get the same hairstyles with the same eyelashes, with the same makeup. Right. And then they make sure they show off their assets, whether it be their baby feeders or whether it be their derrieres. Women are going to show us what their assets are, but then they get mad when they get treated like a piece of meat. Well, she treated herself like a piece of meat. This is why she embarrassed herself, or she got embarrassed, because he didn't get at her in a foul way. He didn't tell her about herself. Right. He just laid out his rules and expectations. Men, confidence is everything. Confidence will allow you to immediately speak up and speak your piece, letting a woman know, hey, I don't stand for that. That's the type of life you want to live? Fine. Go over there and do that. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and go pick her up because she's a better option. Now, with this being said, men, this is why I tell you to reinvent yourself. Confidence is key in how you live life. Better mind, better body, better finances. Now, this man, in my opinion, I'm calling him Mr. Wallet. It looks like he got his finances together. Now, he could get himself in better shape, but when you have a certain amount of money, that really doesn't matter unless you really care about your health and how your body functions. It looks like he actually does have a strong mind as well. So the only part he may be lacking in is his fitness level. But outside of that, his confidence is exactly where it needs to be. And he wasn't over the top arrogant like he could have been, because it looks like he was in a really nice car. Now, also, adapt to dating. Don't complain about it, because women are sexually liberated and they're showing you. This woman is showing you what her asset was, what she thought made her everything, right? And it was clearly her breasts. That's why they were out. Now, if she's talking about the way she's dressed and not going to the Cheesecake Factory because she's dressed a certain way, all of the men, we all agree on the same exact thing, which is she's not as attractive as she thinks she is, because we're looking at her. Like we can see what she looks like from the breast up. And the majority of us are not impressed. Not impressed as she would have us believe. Now, this is why I tell you to enjoy the hookup culture. Why? Because that's my sarcastic way of saying you have to find a way to turn lemons into lemonade, right? Meaning, there is a reason why friends with benefits, situationships, flings, vacation base, there's a reason why that exists. It exists because we're living in stripper culture. Stripper culture where women are really making things transactional. And I mean, it's out in the front, like it's in your face transactional. It's not like behind the scenes. Why does this woman think she was too good for the Cheesecake Factory? Comment under this video. Remember, when you're watching these videos, you are becoming a better version of yourself. That means you 2.0. Other than that, I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.